All right, good evening, ladies. In today's video, we are going to be talking about prediction markets, Football.Fun. The markets are having a nice couple of days. Looks like they might have. We had a bit of a drawdown, but it looks like we're slightly back for a minute now. And yeah, some other fun things going on. We have Confident back again. How are you, Confident?
Hey man, yeah, good thanks. How about yourself?
I'm great. I'm great. Um, yeah, it's been a nice week, and I think in today's show we wanted to talk about prediction markets. I have a few things. Like for some reason, they just became such a hot narrative on crypto Twitter. Maybe everyone's kind of bored of all the other metas, and this is the most interesting one at the moment. Why do you think prediction markets are just like you can't really invest in them now, but everyone's talking about them? Why is it like such a big topic right now?
I think Polymarket's volumes has been really high these past few months from sports betting, I think mainly. Taylor Swift, I don't know, actually I don't think that had that much volume, but it did grab headlines, Taylor Swift's engagement thing. And I think it's a VC push narrative. Like I think VCs are raising, like there was one today, ex Polymarket, ex Kalshi team raised quite a lot of money with Coinbase today for a prediction market. I just think it's like been bubbling. Like they've been getting like some like I think Polymarket it doesn't have fees, but it has had 17 billion in volume. I just think it's been
Jesus,
there
yeah.
and it's just suddenly just bubbling and just rose up. I don't know. Like, what do you think?
Yeah, it's that, and then that guy John Wang has been tweeting a lot about
Yes.
prediction markets. He's now joined Kalshi. I thought he was just setting himself up to shill his new platform. I thought he was gonna, I thought that was why he was shilling it so hard. I can show you John Wang's page just for the people watching,
He's
but
the Ansem of prediction markets.
that's a good way to put it. Yeah, but
You
yeah,
have to follow him if I think right now.
yeah, yeah, he could be like a new main character actually, all about prediction markets. But he actually puts out like what he says is actually kind of true. Like maybe he's a bit hyperbolic in his like bullishness on prediction markets, but he's a good way with words.
He literally ball posted himself to getting a job at Kalshi, which is crazy. But because Kalshi is like the
Yeah,
second biggest, right, after Polymarket. So
yeah, yeah, that's so true. Yeah, I kind of wanted to talk about some ways that like it is kind of hard to invest. Well, you can't invest in Polymarket directly unless like you get a VC round, but I assume no one watching is involved in that kind of thing, or Kalshi. So I kind of wanted to touch on some ways that you could make money from prediction markets, and yeah, like some potential. And if you have any other suggestions on top of these, uh, we might have talked about them before, but I think it's good to touch on them again. Maybe I'll go first. Like we talked about this one before, but like using Polymarket. If you're in America, you can use Polymarket and Kalshi, and sometimes the odds on one will be different. Like you'll be able to arbitrage between them, so the odds on Polymarket will be different than on Kalshi. I also do this on Myriad. Um, so Myriad is another prediction market on its own abstract. So yeah, you can basically just take the opposite bet on both platforms, especially when there's an arbitrage difference in the price of the bet. But like, even if they're both the same odds, it's still probably worth doing on both ends. The reason being, Myriad is 100% going to do an airdrop. I'm pretty sure that's confirmed. It's a pretty small platform. It doesn't have like crazy volume, and the fees are like about 3%, so not outrageously high, but definitely not cheap. So they will do an airdrop, and it's also going to help you for an abstract airdrop. And then Polymarket might do an airdrop, and if they do it, that would be like a really good airdrop. But it's probably it's still positive EV to be putting volume through Polymarket, even if it's likely that they won't airdrop.
yeah, yeah, that I agree. Like it's likely they'll do an IPO, but you never know. So it's worth just using it. because you never know, even if you get like a minimum airdrop, if they do a coin, could be good. So
Yeah, that would be sick. I also saw this. I can leave the description for these filters. So this site is called Bet More. So basically, the idea, this is another way you can make money on prediction markets, is that people bet, like they always try to bet on the underdog scenario. So for example, let's say Fed decision in May, like 50 points basis, 50 points, 50 point 50, oh jeez, I can't even say it. 50 basis points decrease, there's a 5% chance of that in September. But in reality, that's probably like actually like 1 or 2% chance of that's going to happen, or pretty close to zero. So taking the opposite side of this is usually a good bet, of these really low outcome scenarios. But obviously, you don't want to just put all your eggs into like one or two, because sometimes you'll blow out. So you need to do like 100 of these bets, like with a smaller size spread out, and then you'll be making good APY kind of doing that. And this site with these certain filters, which I can leave the link to in the description, kind of shows you the APY you can earn on some of these. So here's like 1,000% APY, 900% APY by betting on the most likely scenario, essentially. So that site is called Bet More.
yeah, okay. I have not come across that. So Bet More. I'm gonna bookmark that and have a look.
Yeah, Bet More with spelled the memey way.
Oh, nice. And the only thing with prediction markets, like the poly market and stuff, I haven't used it that much, but I know the liquidity is not always great. I guess it depends on the bet, but that's the
Yeah,
only thing, right? You can get hit with high slippage, right? If you do a low liquidity bet, I've heard.
yeah. So like Polymarket's pretty good for liquidity. Something like Myriad, like you can only put like $50 per bet, or like $100 per bet, without impacting the price too much. Polymarket, like there's actually millions of volume going through some of these top bets. So I think Polymarket's okay unless you're like putting tens of thousands through on a bet, which unless you have some sort of edge. Like I would also say, like because Polymarket's new and prediction markets are quite new, like there isn't professional gamblers coming in here yet. There isn't professional hedge funds, so there is actually quite a lot of edge. Like say you're, I don't know, like say a lot about politics, like you can probably get some sort of edge on, like, I don't know, Bolivian politics by like being involved on Polymarket. But like if you can just like scan through all these bets, like if you're like deep in the weeds on like Ireland presidential election, I might have some insider info on that, so I'll bet on that, and that's not even illegal, I don't think. Or the other thing you could do is, remember that green dildo bet?
Yeah, with the Super Bowl or something,
Yeah,
not Super
like
Bowl, American football.
yeah. Whereas like, but some people might have
That
no
was
idea what's
quite a
going.
good bet because someone just had to throw that in the pitch, right?
Yeah.
So
Uh, so the bet was, is someone going to throw a dildo at the WNBA game, which they'd already done like a few times. Um, you can actually fix these by actually going in and throwing the dildo and putting 10 grand on yes. You know what I mean? So like you could potentially do that as well.
yeah, it is pretty good. I need to get on it. Like I was thinking to focus on Myriad. I think you've mentioned it tons of times, but that one still seems less farmed than the other ones.
Yeah,
And but
it's
seems good. Like
yeah, it is pretty good. Now it is kind of annoying. The fees are quite high. Like when you make a trade, it's like, let's say you put 1,000 on this. Like look how much you'll change the bet by so much. But anyway, and there's a 3% fee as well. So,
oh,
but
okay, 3% is pretty high.
yeah, but there's no spread. Like I think they like on
Why
Polymarket.
would you use it then instead of Polymarket if there's only if there's a 3% fee?
Well, there's actually no spread. So, for example, it's 37% versus 63%, which adds up to 100%. But if you look on Polymarket for a yes or no answer, like especially on low liquidity, it usually adds up to more than 100%. So that this one's only a 1% spread, if you just get what I mean.
Okay.
But some of them are like 3% as well. So like yeah, well, like these high volume ones have a low spread because I guess there's people, and that's another thing you can do on Polymarket. I forget how you do it. Let me just have a look. But you can provide liquidity. Let me see. I think I haven't actually done this, but you can provide liquidity and earn rewards for doing that. I forget where the button is, but yeah, look around. Oh, rewards, this one. So it kind of tells you which bets that they want liquidity for, and you can earn rewards to like provide liquidity. So you're not taking a directional bet, but it's kind of like providing liquidity on a meme coin or something. You're kind of taking both sides in between the bet, and you get a little bit of a reward from that. But obviously, it's not risk free. But that's another thing you can do.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, and Myriad. I think that's made by Farouk. Do you know Farouk? Yeah.
Yeah, he's got good like what's it, PR, like, right? As in he's good at getting traction and stuff and connections. So that's why I was thinking to go there.
Yeah.
But okay, it makes sense about the spread and the fees actually now.
Yeah.
I guess
But
if you want to like delta neutral farm, then it's not good, right? So
yeah, exactly. So that's why I always try and find ones that has the same bet on Polymarket, and then I can take both sides if like there's a difference between the odds, and then
but you
sometimes
still would get this 3% fees, no? Or would the spread on the other side be fine? Like,
the spread can be like the difference between Polymarket and Myriad can be like 10%. So you're able to just
oh,
completely take that, like because it's like completely
that's
underused.
crazy
People,
arbitrage. Yeah, that
yeah,
means like you're right. Like some market maker's gonna come in and like winter meat and take that spread for you off you.
well,
See,
the thing is, like the spread, like it's just not worth their time because, like, if I bet on, say, on Polymarket, the odds on this are 40%. If I put like $500 on that, the odds change from 56 to 62. So like there's only you can only probably get a spread of like $100 in a trade or a couple hundred on Myriad because the liquidity isn't really there yet. So that's why hedge funds and people aren't really noticing or paying attention. So if you're like, small time like myself or maybe some of the people watching, like it's something they can do to just make, an extra $20 or $50 per trade. And yeah, I think you're actually right though. Like if I'm pretty sure this one's going to do an airdrop, there's probably not that very many users, and this will be like one of the first prediction markets with a token. Like I think there are other prediction markets with a token, but this would be the biggest one with a token. So probably could be a decent airdrop. I'm just thinking like,
yeah, agree. Another way maybe to consider getting exposure, although I haven't looked into it much, is Rug token or Rug Radio NFTs, and I just can't be bothered with all that stuff. But someone was saying they should look at that as well. I would just rather use a platform and get used to prediction markets than be buying those tokens. But yeah, something to consider for Myriad.
yeah. Um, and we were talking about that one Flipper last week. Do you want to maybe give it or do you know much about it? What it is? I think it's doing
Yeah, so
well.
I actually looked into like mostly every single trading bot and prediction market kind of tool with a token
Yeah,
on Solana and Base. So I literally looked at about 40. There's like loads of them. And anyway,
really.
Flipper is the highest market cap one, and it does stand out to me as the top one because you can. It's like Axiom, but you for prediction markets. So you can trade via it trades on Polymarket and Kalshi. And then I was reading Kalshi is going to try and integrate it at some point as well. So this one looks good, and yeah,
That's
it's way
cool.
more faster than using. You can use Solana as well, and it's way more faster than just going on Polymarket. So I haven't tried it yet, but I want to do some sort of prediction market challenge maybe, and I might use Flipper for it just to push myself to start using these products. There's loads of other ones too, but at the moment this one, and there's another one we can have a look at in a minute if you want, but this one looks like the best one.
So does this put trades through for you on your behalf, essentially?
Yeah, it's like Photon or Axiom or something. Yeah, it just does it for you.
And does
And
it have the Kalshi integration? Do you know?
not yet. As in, I think it trades for you via. I think it trades on Kalshi for you. I don't know how it does it, and if it takes a fee, I don't know exactly.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm just wondering because like I was DMing you about being able to have access to Kalshi in Ireland
I think
because
you can
obviously
use this to get access to Kalshi.
that would be sick because then you can because people are actually making like serious money if you're using Kalshi and Polymarket and doing arbitrage between them. Like even if it's only 2% arbitrage, like two
It's
percent
pretty
on
good.
a lot of money that the outcome's going to come out in like a couple of weeks is probably like 40% or something APY.
Exactly,
Or
and like
you could just borrow money to like beef up the bet as well.
yeah,
Yeah, if there's free
exactly.
yeah.
I don't know the fees. I don't know if how much it
Oh
charges the
yeah.
fees on here. I couldn't find docs. That's the only thing, but I think it said that it's coming soon. So I wanted to know more, but this is definitely the most popular one. That like Kaoshi paradigm, like a lot of people interact with this one, a lot of people follow it. So
Does it
definitely keep an eye on this.
does the
I hold the
token
token actually.
do anything? Does it
Not right,
accrue
not
revenue or thing?
aware,
No.
but maybe it'll be a flywheel. You know how there was
Yeah.
announced flywheels. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Sorry. I would be interested in adding this as well, probably.
what's the what do you think of the chart of this token?
Um, looks all right. To be honest, I'd say like as long as the chart's making higher highs and higher lows, whoops, it's not looking too bad. And I guess a dream entry would be like here, I guess, but I don't know if it's gonna get there.
Yeah,
So
because I was trying to figure out ways to get liquid exposure to get exposure to prediction markets because, like you said, the meta is like really strong right now.
yeah,
So that's why I was just looking at tokens like this, and products like this. They said in Q3 they're gonna add leverage trading. I
on
don't know how
Flipper.
they're gonna do that. Yeah, I don't know how they're gonna do that, but leverage trading on Poly market apparently, and probably Kalshi. So let's see if they actually can do it.
Yeah, and this is another one. I think it's you deposit via base. And yeah, this is another prediction market that has points. So it's called Limitless. So obviously, if it has points, it's going to do an airdrop. And you can probably hedge a lot of these on Polymarket as well. Now, so it's stuff like it's pretty much all. I don't know. It has some. I was going to say it's only like price bets, like Solana price above this on August 31st. But the thing about this, it's like the spreads on here are terrible. So this one has a 13% spread, but it still has points. So if you want to farm this, it might be something, it might not, essentially. But that's another prediction market that
Did you say this is its own prediction market, right?
yeah.
Yeah. See, those are the apps I saw were like this, where it's their own prediction market, and I just worry about the liquidity too much, like you said. So,
Yeah. So
yeah.
yeah, you can hedge it and maybe it be a good airdrop, maybe it won't. But if you're not doing anything and you want to farm prediction markets, there's another one to look at. There's a few prediction market things, but yeah, I can't remember off the top of my head.
There's
Maybe yeah, go on.
there's another one I like, right? I haven't used it yet, is Poly M. I'm just trying to find the website for you. Yeah, polym.trade. Again, this is like a trading bot for, I forgot. I don't know if it's poly market only or if it's both, but
It must be poly market. Well,
it,
probably.
yeah. So this one launched on Launch Coin, so they're
Oh,
supporting
really?
it. Yeah. So this is another token I hold it. I'm holding it. The ticker's PM. I'm holding most of the ones on Solana, to be honest, because you don't know which one it will take off, and there's not many, so that are good.
Mm,
Yeah. So this one.
cool.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah,
yeah.
you're kind of buying a basket of these as kind of an
Yeah.
exposure play. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it seems like the only interesting meta right now. So that's why I'm just buying these. There's Polycule as well, but
Yeah.
that's a Telegram bot. But this one is very interesting because Meteor is hinting they're going to integrate with this. I don't know exactly how. Um, so yeah, this one I would keep an eye on. Back to my Alliance style, launch coin, and yeah, potentially Meteora. So
Yeah, and eventually they're gonna have prediction markets in Hyperliquid as well as a perp. So that's coming down the line
exactly.
as well. Yeah, that's in the roadworks or in the roadmap.
Um, there was also one more because they were DMing me and they were like, because I put some posts about prediction markets and then they DM me. They were like, no, we're like the first one. You didn't include us. So I was like, okay, I've never heard of you, but they look good. They're called
Okay.
Triad. It's on Solana too. Triadfi.co, and they actually have liquidity on their market, which I was surprised about. So they weren't lying. Like they
What? I've never
um
heard of this.
yeah, I don't know. They've marketing. It looks good, so I just think they just need more marketing. And see, they've got liquidity right on these things, so people are using them. I'm guessing. I don't know. So
Hmm.
I haven't tried it though. And
Yeah.
if you guys ever try these, just always use burner wallets because I'm sure they're legit. But just good to have wallet hygiene, I guess. So
Yeah, that's true. Actually, I need to be doing that more as well. um.
yeah.
Okay, this is
So
cool. I didn't. I'm gonna check this one out as well.
let me know what you think of this one because this is another one I want to try. And if you have time, just one more. It's on base. It seems like the top one, apart from the one you said, there's another one that base is actually shilling called Predi, which is predict.base, I believe. Again, I want to try this one, but it's its own market. So
Do you know what the website is?
I think it's actually predict.base. Does that not work? There's
No,
a website.
no, it didn't work.
Let me have a look. Predict.
But sure, yeah.
Oh,
Predict.
sorry, predictbase.app.
Okay. Oh,
But yeah, the liquidity is so low. But the thing is, it's on the base. I've been beta testing the base app, and it's on there. It looks like they'll integrate it. So
jeez, there's
you know,
a lot of platforms coming out now. That's crazy.
yeah, with all these builders building here, VC funding and everything, it's like you really, even if you're not sure about the narrative, I think you should still have half an eye on it because yeah, look how many apps and funding's going in. So this one looks good though, predict.base. Like I would.
Yeah,
If there's any on base that like I would keep an eye on, it's probably the one you said and this one because base is shilling this one. So
yeah, and there's loads that are just like I'll show you. There's loads of like prediction markets which are kind of different to the polymarket style. Let me see if I can find my bookmark. Yeah, like Football.Fun is a prediction market, essentially bet on bluff. It's like bet on the narrative. Melee markets, I think that's just a normal one. Limitless, we looked at that. Noise, which we've talked about before. I don't know if
love
you're still,
noise.
yeah,
Really good.
you're still using that. That's all.
I just have my Pump.Fun long open, which I'm down on, but it's on testnet, so
Oh
it's all
yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah.
Um There was another one actually. True. What's it called? True Market, I think. Let me see. This one's interesting. Yeah, True Market org. Like, it's for everyday news headlines, but it's like how Polymarket uses an oracle, like a decentralized oracle or something, and it can go wrong.
Yeah.
This has that, but then it has like a true oracle or something. What's it called? A truth oracle, yeah. So it's basically like a committee of vetted people who will then override a decision to make sure it's correct. So it's
Yeah.
interesting how they're
There
getting around it.
there has been a couple of issues, like controversial stuff with Polymarket. Um, but I don't think it's been too bad. I think most of the outcomes have been fair, but if there's other applications that are trying to be even more fair, that's probably a good thing for Polymarket, like to ensure that they're going to try to like approach fairness as well.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. So yeah, we've covered a lot of prediction wise, but the other one, I guess, one you mentioned, maybe we could talk a bit more about if you want, is Football.Fun.
Yeah, I was about to say that. I think you've been in this for a couple of weeks, and yeah, this went absolutely crazy within like 2 days
Yeah.
out of nowhere. Like
It's
we can
still
see the
pretty
share.
doing pretty decent. Like when
Exactly.
I was using it, it was a 5 or 8 million market cap. It was probably five. It was really low,
Yeah.
and then next thing I know is 150 mil, and now
Yeah.
it's still at 67. It's pretty good, I reckon. So
Exactly. So it seems like it's kind of been leveling out here and back in accumulation. Obviously, it just got like went really crazy. Everyone's like, "Oh, this is the new narrative." Everyone just FOMOed in. Um, but the reason they FOMOed in is because I guess it is a good app. It is good fun, and it's a new expression of a tried and true, like a new good expression of a tried and true game, I guess. But like done really well by like a proper crypto founder and a proper fantasy football founder. So this is, yeah, just if you've never heard of this, is a fantasy football kind of not trading card game, but kind of a fantasy football game where you can invest in different players and then you get points for that. And with those points, you can buy more players. And yeah, so these players just absolutely boomed in the last month. I think this game's only like a couple of months old. Yeah.
yeah, I think so. I know someone who's doing testnet. So they had testnet for 1 year,
Oh,
and
really?
then yeah, they're building for quite a while to make it as good as possible, and then they launched.
Mm.
So yeah, that's what I like about it. Like you can't just like replicate something like this quite easily. The UI
Yeah.
is nice, like mechanics are good so far. Yeah, yeah, I think overall it's good. The main thing I like about it is they launch new players like twice a week. So currently they've got 90 players and they're gonna have 100 at first, and the next 10 are coming next week. And anyway, so they launch it twice a week at the moment, and um it reminds me of like in a gas war in 2021. You
Yeah.
have to be like really fast and put some high fees in and try and hit. But they don't allow anyone to just get it. You have to have been playing the game and leveled up. Then you get more of a chance. And they have spending limits. So it would be like $200 something. So whales can't buy up like half the supply and then dump on everyone. So yeah, they thought about it really well.
That's good. A good way to put it. And I think if you get like reputation points, and the more reputation points you have, the more likely you are able to buy these like new drops, isn't it? Something like that.
Yeah, so there's 2 points. There's tournament points and skill points, which you kind of get from holding players and playing well.
Yeah.
And then those reputation points, I don't know if you probably can't see them, but apparently they take snapshots now and again. So if you're like,
Is
say
this
for
not
example,
reputation points here?
um,
See, it says rep.
oh, you know what? I didn't even notice that. Yeah, so you're right. Yeah, they do have that. Then I just didn't I didn't realize.
Oh, that's
But
all
yeah,
right.
I think that's based on snapshots. So like, say you um hit on a new player and you make a 10x, because you often can make a 10x on new players, and you just full stack sell
Yeah,
that, they're gonna nuke your reputation points. And
yeah.
then also I heard if you take money off the platform, that's not good for your rep as well, things like that. Or if you have net sales, and I mean, it's up to you what you want to do. You shouldn't just hold for
That's
reputation,
yeah.
but it's quite
It's
good. So
that's beautiful Ponzi mechanics right there,
yeah.
forcing you to be like honest and stuff, or not honest, but like rewarding people who are holding with more players, I guess.
I spoke to a team member who told me he got nuked as well. So like it's not just like us guys, like, because the thing is, it's not perfect. Because like he was saying that he was selling to buy other players, and that's what I do sometimes as well. So
Oh, really? Yeah.
yeah, but then you can't like keep selling at the moment. You can't keep selling. I'm sure they'll change it because also the fees are high. Like for example, if a player changes in value by I think it's 10%, they hit you with a 25% fee if you try and sell. So that's not great. But I kind of get why they're doing it because they want to make it sustainable. So short term, you may not like it, but I think long term, I wouldn't be surprised to see this be one of the top apps of the cycle. Like, I don't know what you think.
Really? I yeah, I think if you follow football, I think you should definitely be playing this game. Number one, you probably have a little bit of well, you definitely have an advantage. Like if you watch the Premier League or you know, uh, what's the Spanish one? Like if you're
La
involved
Liga
in
or
yeah, La Liga, if you actually watch these, like if you're a fan of football, you should definitely be on this application. Like I'm not, I don't watch football at all, and I just like bought the players that I knew the names of and just asked people on Twitter. But you probably have a definitely have a big advantage if you actually watch it. But even still, like, do you think? So you think this is going to be a huge application? Like 67 million is actually tiny. I should probably pull up the June analytics for it. I did a video
yes.
on it, and I
I
suppose
bet
you
your
can.
views for the video was good. I don't know if you've checked, but I bet
No,
were you
it was.
surprised?
I think it was a few hundred, but it wasn't crazy because I did it
Oh.
a couple of days late, because I was just busy, so I didn't get to put the video out when it was really popping off. Um, but I
It might be one that you keep getting views on though, because this is something because soccer's like such a big sport, and if this does continue and they
yeah,
advertise it well, it's going to bring more people on board because they've made 2 million in fees. They have a lot of budget now to. I know it's more for the flywheel, but also they have budget to market and stuff.
true. Yeah. So this is the June analytics page. So yeah, you can see the fees there. Whoops. But I think the thing you'd want to be checking the most is the net capital flow. So this is still in a downtrend since that big peak. So what we would really like. So basically, the cumulative or the net capital flow is the total deposit minus the total withdrawals. So obviously, you'd want that to be back in an uptrend, and that would be looking really bullish. But I suppose one good thing is that there's still $3 million in gold. So basically, $3 million of USDC sitting on the sidelines, ready to be aped in. So yeah, there's 10 million net capital into the game. That's not a lot of money. Like when you think about it, that's actually nothing. So it's still basically a tiny app. But I would monitor this. If you start to see an uptick, that's probably a really good sign. But for now, it's still in a slight downtrend. It's kind of like an NFT slow bleed chart, where it's not like mega dump really fast. This is kind of slowly drifting down and then probably just pumps again out of nowhere, kind of thing.
Yeah, all it needs is like a tweet from the right person, right, to move again. Because Base did post about it too. I do think, given the potential fees and everything, it is one to watch. You could retrace more, like you said, but yeah, I think CT is very smart now, so they'll get in and they'll look at Gene Analytics and get out if they see like withdrawals and stuff. That's the
Yeah,
issue. But yeah, I
I,
think it's
I
a cool app.
yeah, I do think this could capture a bit of normie interest as well.
Yeah, and I think the tournament's starting soon, so then you might see an uptick in players buys and stuff as people get ready for the tournament as well. So
Yeah. Do you have any like quick bits of alpha and what players to be buying, or are you
I
just
think I
kind
was
of
just lucky. So
you're
I
just
did.
firing
I
from the hip?
Yeah, I'm honestly not a big football fan as well. I just could see the app was really good.
Yeah.
And just had a feeling about it. And then I also asked friends who watch football what to buy. I basically bought the top players, but I was quite early, so they were quite cheap then. So I bought like
Yeah.
My main holding is Lamine and Mbappe actually,
Yeah.
because I was like, these are probably like the Pepe of the game. Obviously, if they get injured, that's not good. But and Kane, I was actually buying Kane. He dipped yesterday. He's up a little bit today.
Nice.
Um, and I don't know. I will be looking at buying some other players. I think a lot of there's not much choice, so a lot of them are good. Apparently, I think Chelsea's playing soon, so I'll probably be looking at Chelsea players to buy for the match.
Okay.
But I'm not in a rush. I'm just DCA buying because, like you said, in case it goes down more, then I can get things cheaper. So
Yeah. What I read is that if you buy like a very cheap player and they have a really good game, you're going to get so many tournament points because less people own
yes,
them. So you're going to get a much higher share of the tournament points. Although it's very likely that Lamine Yamal scores the most tournament points, that's going to be shared between the most people. So, like, the real alpha is finding someone who's undervalued for the amount of points that they'll score. So that's kind of the idea, I guess.
yeah, exactly. And you know what I did initially was just put $5 in loads of players.
Yeah,
Um, and
yeah,
so I think I was kind of lucky in that way because now a lot of them are up. Like I'm not crazy, like they might be up 4x, but still. And so I think that's how I did quite good in the tournament because I had so many or have so many of the players. I did sell some, but
yeah.
just having loads is probably good. There's also a website. I was just trying to find it. It's like Photon for this Football.Fun.
Really?
It's really good. It has bubble maps and everything.
Huh.
Just trying to find it. I think it's like FNF. Let me see.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, if you don't know anything about football, to anyone watching, like, if you just spread your money around, like, a lot of the random players, you're probably well diversified then, and just get a broad exposure to the application to like basically this chart rising. So you might get lucky, you might get a little bit unlucky, but overall you'll probably do well if the app does well. If you just because you can buy like $1 worth of like this one share of this person is of Cole Palmer is 33 cents. Like you don't need a lot of money to play this game.
Yeah, exactly. So I send you the link in the chat, but it's fdftracker.io. Is the oh, sorry, I sent it to you on Google Chat, or StreamYard chat, but
Oh yeah.
um yeah, it's kind of like a cool tool. You can see the volume on which players. It has market cap of players, which is more interesting as well.
Oh I
So,
I was on this app actually. I forgot about
so yeah,
that.
it's quite green today, so it's kind of nice to see.
Nice, yeah. That's good.
Yeah, so I would definitely, if you're playing it, I would use this app just to see what other people are buying and how much and everything. So
Yeah, cool. Um yeah, so that's a interesting app. I did a video breakdown on it if you want to learn how to play it a bit more. But I think we could potentially move on.
sure.
Um, there's a couple of quick things I wanted to talk about. Obviously, prediction markets and Football.Fun were like big things, but maybe we could briefly touch on a few things. My notes were talking about the Heaven decks,
Yeah,
Hyperliquid, the Hyperliquid EVM, XPL, Solana right now. Yeah.
I was awake when that happened. Wait, we can
really?
talk about it. Yeah,
Well, we can quickly touch on it if you want now. I'll bring up the chart. So XPL is Plasma. And if you don't know what Plasma is, it's basically a stablecoin chain coming out from the creators of Tron. Um, and everyone's really, really bullish on it. But, you know, it's opened. This is a pre-market token, so it's not live yet. And this is on Hyperliquid. and yeah, it's trading way higher than the pre-sale. And then basically all the pre-salers who like got in on the pre-sale wanted to hedge, like they're up 10x here. I don't know exactly how much they're up, but like they're up like a multiple on their pre-sale. So they basically just hedged their bags. So they just shorted here. And then some whale comes in and just liquidates all of them. And he made like 30 million in 1 minute. And yeah, I saw a lot of people lose like your man CBB lost like a 2.5 million just from having his hedge on. So it's kind of like, it fucking it really sucks. Like it's kind of like you have a hedge on and you get absolutely licked for this. Like that's
I
crazy.
think this shows you these pre-market things are very dangerous because there's just one oracle and low liquidity. So, but you know what? When I saw that, I was talking to someone, and then he was like, "Yo, why don't you just long World Libertyfy?" Because he was longing it. So I was like, "Okay, let's see if this Justin Sun, whoever this whale is, does the same." And he actually did.
Oh
And
my god.
we longed on 1x, and it was still nice. Like I longed with very like not much at all, and made like 20% gain, and I closed it. And so did he. He was like, "Let's just close it now because it's crazy." And
Yeah. Yeah, I can see the wicks there.
yeah. Yeah. So they're doing it on loads of them. So anything pre-market on Hyperliquid, just be careful. And because like you said, you can just get wiped, but it's kind of fun.
Nice. Yeah, I suppose you could set some limit sell orders and just
Yes.
try and find ones with high negative funding, and then someone could be tempted to come in and wipe it. Some whale.
Where do you see the negative funding? Is it at the top there where it says funding slash con? Yeah.
Yeah, that one. And then so
So
if it's negative means that there's more shorts than longs.
oh, because that would be red, right? And that would be like a minus something.
Yeah, you can do it. You can actually sort by funding. So this one, it's still green, but it has a
Oh,
negative
I've
sign.
heard to like this is not a pre-market one, but I saw someone post look at the funding on bio and long it. I haven't done it because I couldn't be bothered, but yeah, apparently this one has good negative funding. So
Yeah, so you get
to Wi-Fi
1,000% AP.
shorts.
Yeah, you basically get 1,000% APY if you long this coin. So there's probably a lot of trapped shorts in it, and that's why it's pumped. Even though whatever it is, it's probably absolute garbage. So yeah, I actually do
And,
take. Yeah, I take some of those bets sometimes when something's just like ridiculously shorted. Like sometimes you just take the other side, and it's
what's
likely
Pump
that
Fun? How's Pump Fun looking? Like, as in, would it be
I think it's
heavily shorted
no, I think it's
eventually?
about even to be honest.
Okay,
Yeah, I think yeah, it's 10%, so it's basically nothing.
10%. Okay.
Yeah, 10% funding. So
Oh, that's how you see it. Okay, that makes sense. Makes
yeah,
sense. Yeah, that's wild though. What happened yesterday? Like, I saw people complaining, obviously, because they were just being, I guess, kind of safe hedging the pre-sale, like you
yeah.
said, and
Oh man,
this happened. So
that's so rough. I wish I got into that pre-sale. I was there. I had my stables ready to ape into the pre-sale. I was sold out in a minute. I think we talked about that actually, but it's
yeah,
annoying. But anyway,
there is an
um,
alternative one. I don't
oh
know.
yeah,
It's like Binance doing it. If
yeah,
you've seen it.
yeah. It's called stable. Is it Binance's chain?
I think so. I saw one yesterday. I actually can't remember the name, but they're doing like a similar thing where you deposit and everything, and it's like
Really?
Binance's.
Stablecoin.
I think it's their like launchpad or something doing it, so it should do okay. But
Okay.
you have to lock up for 6 months. That's the only thing. So I'll probably.
Skip
I
it.
don't know if I'll do it, but yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
6 months is a long time, especially like by then it could be the start of the bear market. We don't know. Like,
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it still could do okay. It's just opportunity costs as well. But
yeah, yeah. While we're speaking on hype just or while we're here on Pump actually, when we'll talk about hype, what do you think about Pump Fun right now? It's like earning quite a lot of revenue, I think
I'm
this.
kind of fed up of it, but I think when
Yeah,
you're fed up, it's normally a good time to look at it. So
yeah,
I just want the airdrop. So it has an airdrop overhang. So that's my only issue. But maybe they're just not going to do the airdrop for ages. So
yeah. I think they don't want to do an airdrop when the price is below the ICO price.
I just think meme coins in general are like, I don't know, getting less in favor, and
Yeah, yeah, you're definitely right. The
prediction
trend.
markets is just going to take so much market share from them. So in my opinion, so
Yeah, people are betting on prediction markets much more than well. They're starting to move from the trenches to prediction markets because you have much higher EV on poly market than in the trenches right now. Like seems every like meme coin bet I make recently I lose on. Like definitely negative EV taking most meme coin
yes,
bets right now. And then poly
exactly.
market I'm actually making profits on and I'm not like a smart guy or anything, you know. But you
There
can
was
like
one. There was one that did okay yesterday, Braveheart, but I round tripped it as I got out break even. There's some Elon Musk type push. I don't normally do well on those anyway, but um,
oh
I don't
yeah,
know what.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it did really well yesterday, and then it just went to zero. So
That was that girl holding the axe.
yeah,
You know?
yeah,
Jeez. Yeah, I don't think we even need to talk about meme coins this week because there's not really much going on there.
yeah, yeah. I agree. Maybe just fart. Would you buy Fartcoin here, or I'm not sure anymore, but
No,
it could be a
yeah.
buy.
Uh,
It just feels boring now, but maybe I'm wrong.
yeah, Farcoin kind of looks like it's hanging on a thread here. Just like I think it's pretty obvious to see like that big M pattern.
That McDonald's
Yeah,
pattern.
but as long as it hasn't broken that, like could easily just bounce back up. So I don't know. Basically, I'm still holding. I still have a decent bag of Farcoin. But yeah, kind of seems like right now I'd be much more interested in like the majors, like big coins with good fundamentals. Like Hyperliquid's doing really well. Hype just broke all time highs. It's dipped back down now. Um, I need to get rid of all this fucking shit on my chart. But yeah, Hype just broke all time highs. And I think if you're not farming the Hyper EVM, I think you probably should. Maybe you're not bothered, but I still think there's a lot of opportunity there. I think I'm going to make an updated video on it. But like, at least if you own Hyperliquid, stake your Hyperliquid with Kinetic, and then you're going to get some Kinetic points. That should be a nice airdrop, just like Gito back in the day. Obviously, not as big as that, but it's just a liquid staking token of Hyperliquid, and you can use it all throughout the Hyper EVM. But if you want to do it just easy, just stake with Kinetic, and that's like takes 2 buttons to click, and you can deposit in Felix. You can provide liquidity on Project X. I think this is going to be a really big one as well. And yeah, so I'm very bullish on the Hyper EVM and Hyperliquid still. Is there anything you want to say on Hyperliquid?
No, I agree with you. I hold my hype and don't even check the price. Feels undervalued as well, like with the buybacks and everything. Obviously, bear market, then no, but otherwise, I just think it's the best alt. So yeah, send it to 100.
Man, did you see that it makes 30% of all the revenue in crypto? Hyperliquid.
Yeah, it's probably Hyperliquid and Poly market taking all the revenue, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Well, Polymarket doesn't take it. Doesn't
Or he
earn
doesn't
any
take
revenue.
any, but if it did, like, I
Yeah.
guess,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, 30% of all the revenue in crypto is outrageous.
Yeah, and it's not going to stop because
Yeah.
look how they taken the pre-market now. So they've taken that away from exchanges, and then like HIP3, and like that's gonna
Yeah.
bring prediction markets and everything, right? So
Yeah.
I don't know, it's just the best. So
Yeah. So Hype looks sendy. I think also Solana looks sendy as well. Like they're both kind of at resistance, so don't
Solana looks good here.
yeah. Don't count your chickens until they've hatched, but both of them are, you know, brushing up with like Hype just broke all-time highs, still kind of chilling just below. Solana is brushing up with a very big level as well. Kind of looks like it wants to break out. And in regards to Solana, obviously it's just like it's the catch up trade for Ethereum. Obviously, Ethereum was like the best performer over the last few months because of the digital asset treasuries. So as you can see, Ethereum just like basically
Up
went,
early.
yeah, like was almost 3x
Yeah.
in like a few months. So Solana's the obvious next choice for this. And yeah, like maybe it won't have as big of an impact because basically a lot of these digital asset treasury companies for Solana are taking in locked Solana rather than buying fresh Solana on the open market. So like FTX estate sold off a lot of locked Solana to Pantera, Galaxy, and someone else, and they're just going to spin up digital asset treasury companies to be able to basically sell their locked Solana and cash out without having to wait. So people are kind of footing the
Interesting.
yeah. So people are kind of footing the Solana digital asset treasury because of that. So, but like even still, if they're raising billions to sell locked Solana, it means they're not going to be able to sell it in the future when it does unlock. And I think it kind of gradually unlocks over time. So these, like, I think on a narrative perspective, they're bullish, but like the immediate effects won't be as strong as the Ethereum ones. Like it won't just like completely rip like Ethereum did immediately, but long term effects. Basically, you've gotten rid of like I think the unlocking of tokens adds like 3% inflation to Solana on an annualized basis. So you've gotten rid of like 3% selling pressure from these digital asset treasuries. So it'll kind of be like a more of a slow pump because of this, if it does pump.
Got it. That makes sense. And have you been looking at Abstract? Because I've been into Bitcoin
Oh
from
yeah, you were
there.
talking about that. How's
I
that
actually
doing?
don't. I've never used the product, and I never will. I just hold the token because I don't know, I just haven't bit, and it's been doing okay actually. So I'll never play
Yeah.
the game. I don't know. I just had this feeling they're gonna push this thing. So
Okay, I can't log in right now, but to look at the charts. But I think I sold a lot of my abstract coins because I needed more money for Myriad, which is also an abstract.
oh
So
yeah, that's better.
yeah, I kind of wanted. I saw like, oh, I need some money to take advantage of this arbitrage. But the only one I hold a bit of is that Gurner one thing. Gooner.
I used to hold that, but I just sold it all into big. But I don't know how it's. I haven't
Yeah.
been checking. It's probably doing good as well, but I couldn't focus on abstract because there's I don't know. So I just put everything into Bitcoin.
Yeah,
It's
Jesus.
kind of slow, but it moves. So
No, this has been absolutely pumping recently.
yeah. So like, I mean, I didn't get in that early. Probably like 16 mil. So
Yeah. But if it goes back to all-time highs. Yeah, I wonder if the abstract airdrop is coming soon. Like there's a couple of big airdrops that I'm looking forward to. The Meteora one, I farmed that decently heavy over the last few years, so I feel like that one's coming soon because they updated the points. So if you were farming that as well, you can go onto their Twitter and they updated the points, so you can see your points, and then you can like people have done calculations on how much those points are worth. So it should be a nice one. And yeah, abstract also should be a nice one.
yeah. No, I agree. I agree. I think little pudgies look good here. I kind of want to save my ETH, so I probably won't. Because I
Yeah.
already have like Moonbird Mythics, and then I have one little pudgy, and then probably that's enough for me. But
Yeah,
They
same.
do look good here, and I'm sure I'll be like, oh, I wish I bought one, but I'm also kind of like, ETH could outperform it, so probably will not buy another one.
Yeah, I don't really. Yeah, I don't want to buy it just before an airdrop. I'm happy with my exposure to the
Exactly.
Pengu ecosystem.
Yeah.
And
I
like
could,
once the abstract airdrop comes out, then the Ponzi kind of ends of like new products. Well, Luca Nets is always going to come with something new, so I wouldn't, instantly dump everything. But yeah, it could be like a bit of a sell the news eventually.
exactly.
Yeah, I mentioned Gainsey's coin last week. It's been doing decent. I think it went about 2x from last week.
Oh,
He's been
nice.
he's been fucking his clips are just keep going viral on Twitter and people are really loving his streams. So it's kind of bullish for Pump and for this Gainsey's coin. And like I think last week I said the reason I'm buying this is because he has a Kobe interview lined up, and this has moved even without the Kobe interview. So hopefully that Kobe interview gets released soon, and yeah, this will
Set a
pump
sell
price more.
order so you can catch the
Yeah,
pump.
no, yeah, I will because yeah,
Um, that seems
I
like a
heard,
no-brainer, to be honest, to buy this. Then.
oh
I know you
yeah, but
talked about it last week as well, but
yeah, well, it does kind of have these rips, and so maybe not right here, but because it kind of has ripped. You see the way it just kind of has these random spikes and then crashes back down. So could be just one of them.
yeah, I bought Diddy Bop because people kept shitting on the timeline. I'm like up like 5% or 10%. I don't know. I'm trying to hold
Yeah,
it. It's
I
kind of
heard
really
him.
slow. I've never watched his stream, but people keep shilling this token.
I saw this a while ago and I didn't buy it. Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Yeah, he is a decently big streamer. So that's at least the Pump.Fun streaming thesis is somewhat working then. Not like crazy, but like people are
Yeah.
using it and people are watching on Pump.Fun, so that's good to see.
There's another one in the trenches. I think they interviewed the Football.Fun founder, so I wanted to have a look at them. They've got a token, I think, but I have not watched their stream yet, so I want to watch it.
Yeah, I'm surprised Thread guy hasn't started streaming on Pump.Fun. I think he still streams on Kick. Like, kind of would be a no brainer. Maybe he's getting paid by Kick, but he's doing all the biggest interviews on CT.
Yeah, I've not been following recently, but yeah, he has been getting the best guess. Like I don't know who he's d doing recently, like, but I'll tune in if I know of someone coming that I want to listen. I want to listen to. I know he did the Solana one yesterday with Anson.
Oh, yeah, that's true as well.
I didn't listen to it because none of the guests interested me, but he
Yeah,
does get the best guess. Agree.
yeah. I should start asking more people to come on this show. Get some good guests on. That'd be fun. So
Yeah, yeah,
I'll
definitely.
start doing that. I've just been a bit lazy with it.
Yeah.
Have you been looking at the Heaven ecosystem at all?
I was in it, but I got out because of the price action. I'm kind of glad I did because look at that.
Yeah,
I mean, it looks good here though to buy. Maybe like there's
yeah.
one thing that's been doing really good. Is some Pokemon thing called Magikarp. It went to like
I've
8 million
heard of that.
today.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I saw it early, but I didn't have time to like look into it. So some Pokemon card game or something. It's just
Okay.
to
Nice.
me, I'm not that excited by it, but it's doing well.
Yeah. Like yeah, I sold. I kept a third of my bag of light and starting to buy back a little bit here. Because they're doing this star seed thing. I'm getting a bit of feedback. I'm not sure if that's coming on the video,
Sorry,
but
that was
they're
probably
doing.
on my side.
All right. They're basically doing this star seed thing where they're going to buy into certain tokens on the Heaven platform in the Heaven ecosystem. So they're kind of doing what Pumpfun's doing. So because of that, I was kind of looking around. I say Magic is probably a good, like, they're
That
not
looks
gonna,
primed by
yeah.
then, right?
Oh, it could be, yeah. Or
I
that
think so.
a good candidate to be invested by them,
I think it has already.
potentially, yeah.
Yeah. It's the only like interesting one maybe, but I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, and the other are just kind of memes. But yeah, they've burnt 4% of their supply. So they've bought back 4% of their supply. Do you know if Pump.Fun, how much percent they buy back of their supply? I know Heaven buys back 100%.
I actually don't know how much they buy back.
Like
I
I've
don't really
heard,
trust them because it's very sporadic, right?
yeah. Like some people say it's 97%, other people are saying it's just random and like 50%. Maybe I should check that. But if it's 97% that Pump.Fun is buying back, then what's really the investment case for Heaven? You know what I mean? If Pump.Fun is buying back, well, I suppose the difference is it's much lower market cap, but the kind of the differentiator for this was that Pump.Fun doesn't buy back its token, but it actually does now. So
Yeah. I think for me to take Pump.Fun seriously, they have to commit to it because Hyperliquid commits to it, so I can trust them.
yeah,
Pump.Fun does not, as from what I
yeah,
can see. So, I mean, it probably is still good when you do the multiples, right? Pump.Fun is making a lot of revenue compared to the market cap, so it does look good, like good, but it's only good. I think products are now only good if they buy back the token because Axiom like also does more revenue than Pump.Fun, no token yet, but if Axiom did a token and didn't buy back anything, it will just crash. So even Hyperliquid would crash if they stop buying back. So
yeah,
tokens are only good now if they buy back. That's why I guess Chainlink is buying back as well. So
yeah. Pump.Fun, no, yeah, I did see they're making good revenues again. The last 24 they're the fourth. They made 2 million. So that's pretty good.
that is
Uh,
good. The thing is they can't just pick and choose when to buy back because then why would you to me it doesn't make sense to buy it. But
exactly.
also, you would say if you do take a chance on them and then they do announce it, it's going to pump. Like if they announce a concrete buyback plan, it would actually probably 2x. So there is that, but I don't know if they will do it. So
Yeah, I need to check because maybe they have announced something like that, or they. I think on like people have been like, yeah, maybe it's not official. Like people have just been looking and seeing that they've been buying back 90% of their revenue or 97% of the revenue or something.
it's probably when they get bored, they're like, oh, let's buy back some tokens. But it doesn't feel like
Yeah,
they they're committed to it. I don't know.
yeah. Like, man, that's crazy that Axiom makes that much money. It's so insane.
Yeah, I mean, people who farm their points are probably going to get a good airdrop. I have not really used it much,
Yeah,
but
I mean, I never used it. That was
yeah,
stupid.
you can still probably use it, and
Yeah,
you never know. But
I don't
I
even,
can't be
I
bothered.
don't, yeah, I don't trade that much like on chain at the moment, so probably it's not even worth it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. In terms of other majors, I'm just still long Chainlink and Athena.
Chainlink, Link Marines.
Yeah, the Link Marines are back. Man, I love this new narrative that like like the Link Marines are trying to get XRP guys to swap over into Link and like just beating them at their own game. So I really like the way they're doing it. Like
It
this
makes
whole
sense though
narrative.
because
Yeah,
Link is actually useful. It has Oracle
yeah,
and everything, right? So
yeah, yeah. Showing like saying Link's gonna flip XRP, which is like a 10x, and saying like everything that XRP claims Link actually does, like all the integrations. So yeah, I think that's like
exactly, I never knew
yeah,
why it was so low. Yeah.
yeah. So it could get that normie bid, which like could crime it up to XRP levels, and it's a fundamental coin. So yeah,
That's
I'm
my
glad
issue
it's
with Pump.Fun. I can't see normies buying it, but they would buy Chainlink because it makes sense. They integrate with all these businesses they know, right? And
yeah,
Oracle and
yeah,
everything. So
yeah. Ironically, like normies a lot of the time want to think that they're smart and they're gonna outwit everyone
exactly.
in crypto and buy like, oh, I'm not gonna buy a meme coin. That's completely stupid. I'm gonna buy something with fundamental value like XRP or something. Like that's how a lot
Yeah.
of them think. Yeah. So maybe Chainlink gets to be that one. When they're like, oh shit, maybe XRP is actually complete fugazi.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Were there any topics you wanted to touch on,
Um,
or any other topics?
no, not really. I think we covered the top ones. Like prediction market really was the top thing, really, I think, on my mind, and probably yours, and Football.Fun. So yeah, I think those are the two things really. I don't know what I can't actually think what's coming up. Like normally there's something I'm aware of. I guess it's the actually I guess it's World Liberty Fi is actually, I know we talked about it, but it's the spot trading is 1st September, I think. So that's probably going to take over the timeline whenever that launches.
Yeah, there's a lot of World Liberty Fi eco coins and projects to invest in. Like I haven't looked into any of them, but yeah, potentially that could be a narrative, maybe something we should look into. But yeah, I'm completely not in the know on any of it at the moment.
Yeah, we can have a look and maybe talk about it next week because it'll have gone live then.
Okay, sick. Yeah, I like the way you're now a prediction markets influencer on Twitter.
Wannabe influencer.
Yeah, yeah, but it does seem like there is obviously perps is a big meta, prediction markets is a big meta, meme coins is a big meta. Meme coins is kind of you know either gone or on pause for now. So it definitely makes sense to be looking at other niches in crypto.
Yeah, even Morad got triggered by my post. He was like,
Yes, so funny. Yeah, Murad responded to you like, no,
that,
SPX is gonna flip everything.
that's when you know there's something there, right? If Morad is coming after you. So
Yeah, Jesus. Yeah. And like how bullish on prediction markets are you? Like I do some people are like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. It's like everyone's hyping it up too much. Like I'm kind of of the opinion that they are a big deal. But some people say like, oh, poly market's topped. I wouldn't say that, but like maybe we shouldn't get completely ahead of ourselves either.
yeah, it's definitely like frothy, but also it's just got loads of room to grow. I think like that Taylor Swift thing would just bring more people in from to be like when you get things like that, it's just going to bring more people in.
Yeah, did you see that was the engagement one that was like
Yeah,
insider
that
traded
one,
loads?
that one, yeah. See, when you get things like that, you're gonna get loads more of these kind of insiders coming in, and then that's just gonna bring more people in, I think.
Yeah. Where is it? Tenor engagement. Uh, yeah, because like uh, an account called John like bid it up before the announcement, and apparently her guitarist or her pianist is
Yeah,
called John.
it's
So it
probably
was like,
him.
yeah, it was like very sus that this was insider trading. I don't know, like, is that illegal or not on a
I was
prediction market?
reading. There's an article. There's a oh yeah, yeah. There's a really good thing I read today.
Yeah,
It's on Bloomberg. So you have to pay for Bloomberg, but this guy on X just screenshotted the um what's it called? Hold on. I'll send you. I just saw this other cool thing I'm gonna send you. Okay, I just sent you on XDM, and I'm gonna send you the Bloomberg thing now as well. Uh, basically this guy from Bloomberg, Adam Levine, I think he's called. Um, he's quite big on X. Or
yeah,
Matt Levine, Matt Levine. He wrote an article on it, and he talks about is this illegal? And apparently, it's grey
yeah.
because insider trading in the U.S. stock market's illegal, but insider
This is
betting. is more gray, but this is in the US, by the way.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
not
I
a
wouldn't encourage
security.
it because I feel
Yeah,
like it would, to me, you know, the law always looks at what would a reasonable person think, and I would think that's illegal.
yeah,
So, yeah, but yeah, it's quite interesting what he talks about. So,
yeah. If you're gonna do it, like hide your tracks. Don't be using your real name to do it.
yeah, it's probably just not worth it. I think they would, something high profile like this, they would actually probably look into it. Like not Poly
Yeah,
Market, but
yeah.
authorities. So,
Because
yeah,
your man on the Coinbase NFT platform, or yeah, I think it was on the Coinbase NFT platform, or it was on, sorry, on the OpenSea
OpenSea.
platform. Yeah, and he was like buying NFTs before they got listed on OpenSea, and like basically insider trading. Even though NFTs weren't securities, he still got
Exactly.
prison time.
Yeah. It's
So
just
it's
not
crazy.
worth it. I wouldn't do
Yeah.
that. But the thing is, because insiders do trade on it, you can get more accurate news. So it's quite
Yes.
interesting for just getting source of truth because of the money involved. So
That's another way to make money on poly market is to have a look at the odds, and that can influence, like, you know, like if everyone's betting that Bitcoin's not going to hit 100K this year, then you can probably short Bitcoin. Like you can use, like, that would be a bad example, but like say like a smaller coin, and you can use the odds on there to influence your perp trading positions as well.
oh, interesting, interesting. So really, we're gonna have a prediction market super cycle.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, this coin, I really like this coin. Neat. I actually don't have any. Maybe here's a good entry. I used to hold it. Uh,
Yeah, I'm still holding it. It keeps going viral. I think we talked
it's a
about it
good
last
one.
week.
I would prefer
Yeah.
this one to Farcoin. It's more funnier than Farcoin.
Yeah, and way lower market cap.
It's more relatable as well. Yeah. So
Yeah. Yeah, it's the dream of every crypto bro.
yeah.
um yeah, maybe will we wrap it up there, or is there any meme coins you were looking at this week?
No, we're all good. Unless you had anything else.
Nah, that's enough on my end, I think.
Goat coin. What the hell is? I saw this on the timeline, but I was like, is this the goat from AI? But it looks like different.
This is James Wynn's new crime coin.
Oh my god, I'm not buying this, but
No,
could
definitely
do
don't.
well, and I don't care. Like,
Yeah. No, this is James Wynn just started chilling this because he lost 100 million, so he needs to make it back somehow. So he started
yeah.
chilling this goat coin, and it's just like
Oh my god.
not funny at all. Like goat coin. Anyway, desperate.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, really, thanks a million for coming on again, and I'll hopefully catch you next week.
Yeah, man. Sounds good. Thanks for having me. Yeah.
All right, cheers. Thanks everyone. Follow Coffee Gen on Twitter, and yeah, see you next week. Cheers.
All right. Peace.
Bye, everyone. How do I end this? There we go. Wait, was I not sharing my screen again? I better. Bye, everyone.